Hello, welcome back to the Beef Media Podcast. I'm your host, Snack with Zach, and I'm joined by the man with whom I share at least multiple relatives with, my brother and co-host, Matt.
Hello. Good to be back.
Justin Brown, the real food stalker, is on today. What a dude, man. The pop culture knowledge alone is crazy.
Yeah, he truly lives in what feels like just a pop culture museum of eras and eras and eras.
We talk about everything, including his origin story, the spots that he likes in Atlanta, and his travel plans. He's planning on going to Paris and London with his family to shoot some content as well. He's a very big world traveler, which is really cool to see. I mean, obviously we talk a lot about what's going on here in terms of food culture, but to go abroad and do all that stuff too is kind of the dream.
Yeah, I wish I could travel and eat for a living.
Me too, man.
One day, maybe.
Hey, you never know. Maybe we'll do a road show at some point in Europe. But without further ado, please welcome Justin Brown, the real food stalker. We got to talk about the throne that you're sitting on right now, and just everything that your pop culture knowledge is absolutely crazy. What is like the prime passion? Is it the food? Is it the pop culture? Is it the connection of everything together? Like, how does it work for you?
It's really the food for me. I just love food. And then all these gadgets, all these collectibles, all that just comes along with growing up with a lot of good friends, man, watching Saturday morning cartoons, man. So it's neck and neck. I'm going to say it's definitely the food, because food what keeps me energized, what keeps me going, what keeps me meeting people. So food is first, because that makes me live. But then what makes me have fun is the collectibles and all that kind of stuff and the old school stuff. So, yeah.
What was the Saturday morning cartoon that you were watching, like the favorite, if you had to pick one?
I'm going to give you two, because one is actually X-Men. X-Men, I had to wait, because this is when they used to do the to be continued, and you got to wait the following week to finish up an episode. But with me watching X-Men, what happened was, I used to have my alarm set for 6 a.m. for school, and every Friday I would turn it off. And one Friday I forgot, and I got up at 6 and I couldn't go back to sleep, and I turned on the TV and Dragon Ball was on. And I was like, what is this? And then from that day forward, I was with Dragon Ball. Like, I was calling all my partners, hey man, you got to get up at 6 a.m. They're like, on a Saturday? I'm like, yes. There's this cartoon that come on that is crazy. I like if you like Street Fighter or anything like that, because that's what I compared it to with Street Fighter. They were like, nah, it can't be that good. So everybody had to wait 7 days, because I couldn't call my friends at this point. I couldn't call them and tell them like right when it was happening, because this was when it was just landlines, no cell phones. I would have woke their parents up. We all would have got cussed out. That morning around 9, 10 o'clock, I called them and like, hey man, there's a new show, Dragon Ball, that came out, and it's crazy. And they was like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. But 2 of my friends did it, and after they did it, everybody else did it the following week. So Dragon Ball might be my favorite as a childhood. What about y'all?
Oh God.
No,
we were PBS kids, unfortunately.
We were for at least a while. We really are just so fortunate now to live in an era where you can record stuff too and not have to wake up at 6 a.m. to watch something. But I mean, we were in that sort of Nickelodeon era where we had, at least like, I don't know, Matt's experience is a little bit different than mine.
I mean, I grew up with Courage the Cowardly Dog and Drake and Josh and iCarly. iCarly was kind of the end of it. Our mom was one of those people who she was like, oh, everything on TV is like bad, so you can only watch like wholesome TV. And so we were only allowed to watch like PBS Kids and like Animal Planet and Food Network. But we would sneak the good TV. We memorized what channels everything was. I think Nickelodeon was like, it was like 61, channel 61, 62, and 63, I think, were Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney. And so I snuck in whatever I could.
You gotta have that. You had to have that button, the back button. So when they walk in, you only had to press one button and it goes straight back to whatever you were supposed to be watching.
We lost the remote to the TV, but we got good enough because kids are sneaky little shits. And because it was in the basement, we'd hear them coming down the stairs. And so that was our cue to get up, run, and change the channel really quick back to like Animal Planet or like back to some like, wholesome documentary or something. And they come in and they'd be like,
I'm just saying, Cyber Chase was one of the ones. Justin, have you seen Cyber Chase?
No.
It's been on like PBS for...
I haven't seen that. You're going to make me look it up now.
I want to say it's like a PBS cult classic from probably, easily 20 years ago. Because
I mean, they were all... You had Zoom, you had Zaboomafoo, you had
Arthur.
Between the Lions, you had Arthur. But it's all like aimed at like really young children. Like I feel like there's like a certain era of like 90s and early aughts kids that can remember that. But all my friends watched Dragon Ball growing up. They watched Pokemon. They watched like all that kind of stuff. Are you more into anime or is your pop culture love just kind of spread all over?
It's spread all over the world, man. Because I'm going to tell you a show that a lot of people don't know, but this show was like really good. It doesn't get the love that it should have gotten. Rowan Warriors. Do y'all know that?
I'm not familiar. Break it down for us.
Oh my God. Okay, so they easily could have been like the greatest show ever made if it would have just kept going. I promise you.
Matt just looked it up.
Oh, this looks sick.
No, I don't know what happened.
What's the premise of it?
Man, it's these swords. They all got these crazy swords, and then they turn into like these warriors. Like when I tell you, there's all that Demon Slayer, all that kind of stuff. This would have been on that level, but so much earlier. Like, I think they set the steps for like great shows, like period. This was the dopest cartoon anime. This is like before anime was really getting big in America, man. Like, I promise you, if you watch it, you're going to go back and you're going to do a session on this where you're going to talk about it, because this was before its time. Like, it could come out right now and be great if they redid it.
This looks sick.
I've been needing a new show anyway. I started one on Netflix relatively recently that was an anime show, because I don't watch a lot of anime. Actually, I don't watch any of it, but this caught my eye on Netflix. I don't remember what it was called, but it's the same premise where this guy is like a secret demon slayer, and that's almost as far as I got through the pilot. But also things are just busy, so it's hard to set time aside, but I will set time aside because it's coming highly recommended from a pop culture guru. So
yeah, no, listen,
have you seen Dungeon Meshi on Netflix?
No, I have not, man. The last 3 years have been fast forwarded for me, man. Because I had one kid she just graduated this year, so it's been non-stop food reviews.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah, really. Got a scholarship, academic, like can't beat that. So it's taking away time from me to have my personal time. But it's all good because I still get to do the food reviews. I just haven't been able to watch shows. I haven't been able to sit down and just enjoy TV. So I haven't had no TV time.
Yeah, that's literally the problem with being in our areas. In terms of making content, it sucks up so much time, because by the time you want to relax, you're already thinking about the next thing. That's my thing every single day is I'm like, I want to watch a show, but I'm like, oh, there's so much stuff to talk about on the internet. It's crazy. Is it 2 daughters, right? Are you like through and through girl dad?
3 girls. My stepdaughter, she just graduated. Then I got one going from 8th to 9th. Then I got one going from kindergarten to 1st. So I got a long way to go.
Wow.
You're living my dream.
2 big jumps, though. Yeah. 8th grade to high school. Good for her.
And she actually does a lot of artwork for me right now for the Food Stalker stuff. So hopefully she takes it to the next level. And when she gets out of high school, I'm hoping that she wants to go to SCAD and really just keep taking on, because she's in advanced art right now. So I'm just hoping. We'll see.
Very nice. And do they help you with your content at all right now? I know a couple of your videos have been shot by one of your daughters.
Yeah, that was the youngest, the 5-year-old. She recently shot one of the food reviews. Sometimes the kids will jump in on some of them and actually play in them. My wife, she just likes to be behind the camera. She's not too much for all of the negative comments, so she don't like to be on there.
Yeah. No, we get it.
That.
We've dealt with our fair share of negative comments for a very long time. Do you ever feel like I don't know if this is just my experience, but they come in waves. It'll be like a week or two of like really positive comments that hype you up and you feel good, and then for me at least it's like the next week it's all negative stuff. Like I go from feeling super high to super low to feeling super high again, and it messes with my head a little bit.
Hey, no, I'm gonna tell you, that's the algorithm guys, man. They'll let you have the ups, and then they want to see if you can take the downs. So they push your content somewhere where they know people ain't gonna love it and see how you respond to it. So it's all, for me, I always get negative comments because I don't post places that I dislike. Well, I don't post the food that I dislike. I only post the food that I like. For me, I go through a restaurant's whole menu until I can find something I like and post that. But if I don't find something I like, I don't post the whole restaurant. So, and I never mention I went. So people will be like, man, how can I trust you? And I'm like, I really don't care if you trust me or not, but it's cool meeting people who like my reviews, man. Because then when I'm out and about and people like, man, you should put me on to so many good places, I love that. But for the people who say they can't trust me because of this and that, I'm just like, you probably trust your significant other and they're probably doing something and they don't tell you when they're doing it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, all right, it's whatever. But for me, it's like, you ask me for directions. Do you want me to give you the correct directions? Or you want me to give you the wrong directions too, man? Like, oh, how you get to Lenox Mall? All right, this is how you get there. And then I also give you like the wrong directions. Like, come on, you don't need the wrong directions. They want that just off of being able to say that this place is nasty, not off of anything else, because there's no reason for me to post that I disliked it. There's no good reason for me to post that.
I don't disagree with that. Like if someone were to ask you, they're visiting Atlanta and they're going to ask you for recommendations, or like Matt lives in LA, they're asking Matt for recommendations. I lived in New York, they're asking me for New York recommendations. You're not going to put your friend onto a bad spot. So there's nothing inauthentic about you covering the places you like. You're just not covering the bad places, but you're saying, hey, these are good places, go to them. It's still authentic. It's not like you're lying about your experience there. You're just only talking about positive experiences, which is
right.
I don't see a problem with that.
Like I say, I don't call the people who follow me my followers. I call them my people, because this is how I talk to people that I consider my people. Like, I just want to tell you the good spots. When my friends call me and they're like, hey, where do I go? I'm just giving them nothing but good spots. I don't never call them and be like, hey, well, I went to this spot, but this spot was trash. I don't never do that. I just always call them and tell them the good experiences I had.
That's really refreshing. It's nice seeing that like radical positivity in a way, because I feel like it's so easy to get swept up into drama on TikTok or on Instagram. Like I feel like it's almost like reality TV a little bit, where like people like are chomping at that bit for that craziness, and for you to just like stick to, no, I'm only going to present the positive. I'm not going to like clickbait people into going to these bad places. I find that a really refreshing take, and it's nice to hear a content creator who's like so committed to doing that. Is there anything you do to like stay positive and to like keep going despite like negative contents? The online space can be so difficult to navigate, and how do you maintain your radical positivity?
Oh man, because I don't change for nobody. So for me, it's easy because there's no reason for me to do something that I don't want to do. A lot of people do stuff, change up their content because they feel like they stalling out. I guess because I don't look at it like everybody else does. I just feel like there are people in the world that still just want good experiences. So I can do that. Like, I know if I did negative reviews, I could probably be at 1 million followers right now, but if it's going to take that for me to get to 1 million, then I don't want the 1 million. If I can get to 1 million this way, it's going to be fun for me to say that I made it and I did it the way I wanted to do it. So just for me, it's just being true to me. I don't have to be something somebody else want me to be in order for me to enjoy my life. As long as I enjoy my life doing it the way I want to, then I'm going to enjoy it. And then the negative comments are fun because I like to see people like where they're just being negative, and I'm like, why? What's the point in being negative? Why do you come on my platform to give me something negative? Like, my mom always told me, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. And I took that to heart. So when I don't really have something nice to say, I don't say it unless it's something that deals with something that can hurt everybody. If it's a restaurant and they're racist or something, then yeah, I'll speak up for that. But I'm not going to speak up just
absolutely.
for some bad food. Like, Bad food is just bad food. It's not something that's going to hurt somebody if I don't post about it. There's no one restaurant where 100% of people don't like the food. So if they got somebody that likes it, I want it to stay that way.
It's true. Matt and I talk about this a lot as well, especially when it comes to the people's tastes and perspectives. And for some reason, I don't know why it is the way it is now. Maybe social media has made it a lot more challenging, but people have a hard time realizing that tastes are subjective. So something that, you know, you, Matt, and I could all go to the same place and we could all have different experiences. And one of us could think something's great. The other one could think it was shitty. And it's become a culture of, oh, you don't like the thing that I like, therefore you have no taste. You know, it's terrible that you don't like this thing that I like, or like you do like this thing and I don't like it. So obviously you don't know what you're talking. It's such a crazy thing now where it's, I don't know, people can't get past the fact that folks aren't going to be 100% on the same page with them. And it's okay to like something that folks don't, or not like something that everybody else does. You know, it's weird how people have become so
That's
like,
what's wrong
ingrained.
with the world.
It's terrible, but that's why I think it's a good thing that you're being positive about it, because again, you're being authentic with it. You're not showing places you don't like, but that's okay because you're still doing it in a way that is genuine, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good thing that is refreshing. People are going to latch onto the negative for, you know, like rage bait, get the comments, get the engagement, have everybody go crazy about it. And even when I talk about things in like the news cycle, right? I can talk about hot honey. I know that once I talk about hot honey, people are either going to be super hyped or they're going to be just dogging on hot honey because they hate it. It's such a weird thing. But yeah, I like how you do that. It's good.
Man, listen, like that's what people, nobody understands. Nobody understands how to be okay with having different opinions. That's why relationships fail, because two people have different opinions. They don't know how to get through with having different opinions. Like, I send people to other people's pages, like when they're like, oh, I can't trust you because you don't do bad reviews. I'm like, well, this person does bad reviews. You can follow them. And they think I'm being funny, but I'm being like, I'm trying to put you in a direction to where you can go and just have positive comments for somebody's platform. Like, I don't care. I'll send as many followers to somebody that's doing what they like. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing what you like. So there's no reason for you to go down 10 of my reviews and tell me how much you dislike it. No, go to this person and get them good reviews instead of sending me comments, which helps me, even if they're bad or good. But I'm like, man, I want you to give out some good energy to the world. So go follow this person for that.
What would you say is the most out of pocket thing that somebody's ever said on one of your videos?
When men come on my page and like, hey man, get your hair twist, or they're just on there critiquing how I look. Like, why do you care how I look, sir? Like, or hey man, stop eating like that. Like, what does it matter how I'm eating?
I ate a burger. Where was I? I was somewhere a couple weeks ago. Oh, God knows where. But the way I was holding the burger, tons of people took issue to the way I was holding this burger. And I don't know, I eat my burgers with like two hands or something, or like one hand like this. Somebody was like, you look like you're eating a baby bird. You're trying to keep it from escaping. And I was like, have I been eating a burger wrong my whole life? How do you eat a burger the right way? It made no sense to me. And I was like, why do people focus on the weirdest things of all? It was so funny to me because I never thought about it.
No, listen, let me tell you something that nobody else rarely says. There's no wrong way to eat something. There's no wrong way to have it cooked. If somebody likes it that way, that's how it is. Like, I've done steaks because I know people get so mad. I've done them rare. I've done them medium. I've done them medium well. I've done them well done. And one thing I noticed about getting them all done that way, there's somebody who likes it like that, and then there's somebody who doesn't. No matter which way I went, there's not one way to cook a steak that everybody likes. So you just got to eat it the way you like. People were, oh, you're eating a leather belt. Yeah, they're like, if I get it well done, you're eating a leather belt.
It's bleeding, man.
It's bleeding. If I get it rare, it's still alive. You should have ate it while it was alive. Like, come on. All right, everybody got some problem.
If you want to eat a leather belt, eat a leather belt. That's on you. That's not for me to judge. That's not for anyone else to judge. Also, and I say this as having filmed people eating on camera for years, it's hard to eat anything and look attractive. Like, I remember when I was shadowing on like a wedding videography gig years ago, and it got to like the dinner hour when people kind of started dancing, and the videographer turned to me and he was like, whatever you do, do not film people while they are eating. It's a waste of footage. It won't get in the cut, and it just looks ugly. And as a food reviewer, you just have to film that. Like, it's just part of the job.
Yeah, I like drop things out of my mouth all the time, or there'll be like sauce that just kind of like leaks its way down my face, and then I go back and post. I'm like, damn it! And it's like the key bite where I unwrap the thing and go straight from that.
Hey, look, it never matters.
So
you just gotta enjoy your food, man, and that's the main thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna enjoy my food. People are like, hey man, you're always smacking. Mute it. It's not that big of a deal. People take life so seriously. Like, it's a contest to eat correctly. Like, sometimes I eat with my hands. Like, I don't know. It just feels right, man. Not everything has to be done with a fork. Like, I don't know, man. I get crazy with the food when it's too good, man.
When did you start everything?
So before 2020, I wasn't videoing it. I was always just taking pictures of food. I always had food stalker was always a thing, but it was more of like just taking pictures. But then I started looking and was like, man, a picture doesn't do enough for me. A picture didn't make me want to go try it. What always made me want to try the food was after I tasted it or I could see a video of it. And then I was like, man, you know what? People are always doing voiceovers over food, not eating the food. And I was like, man, I really need to see how it looks, like when they touching it. So I say, man, I'm gonna do videos where I'm eating the food, like, so you know I'm not just saying I like it, because you can't hide liking something when you bite into it. Like, you can't hide that. Maybe if you're a great liar, you can, but I still don't think you can hide it, because then you have to be more than a great liar. You have to be really good at not having a facial expression if you don't like something. So I said that's the way I wanted to go. I wanted people to know that I'm actually eating and I actually believe that it tastes good. I actually started doing videos like 2021, like right around.
Was there a specific
COVID.
point where you noticed things were really picking up? Where you got some numbers kind of going, but was there a specific video that took it to the next level?
I think what took it to the next level, because I spent a lot of money going out to eat. And then one day somebody was like, yo, how much do you charge to come out? And I had never did it for money. And I'm like, oh, okay, we can make some money. So I'm like, that's cool. But I had to tell them, like, if I don't like something, I'm not going to post it, but I won't charge you either. And so they was like, oh, okay, cool. And then people started talking to me when I was out. Hey, man, what you eating today? Or people catch me on the highway. You got to give these folks a try. And I'm like, what? These people like, are stopping me on the highway, walking with my kids, like, yo, I love your videos. And then that's when I knew, like, hey, something's happening. And I just kept going.
What is the criteria for you for like picking a restaurant? Because you say people like are giving you recommendations all the time. Are you just like sleuthing Google Maps looking for stuff? How do you find a restaurant, and how do you decide like, okay, this is worth my time to like review and go out and like post?
All right, sometimes it's strictly somebody hit me up like, hey, man, we want to pay you to come out. So I'm definitely finna come try to give you a try and see if I like your food. But if I don't like it, like I said, sometimes I have to give people their money back, because they might say this is the only thing they wanted to show off. And I'm like, I ain't like it. So I have to be like, nah, I can't post that because I didn't really enjoy it. Or sometimes I might see it on Instagram or something and be like, oh, man, that look good. Let me get over there and try that. Or it might be my kids or friends that went somewhere that my taste buds align with theirs, and they're like, hey, you should come over here and try this. And then sometimes I'll just, off the whim, go try some. Like, I'm going to be doing London and Paris coming up pretty soon. So when I go there, I got a couple places that I went last time we was there that I can't wait to go try again. And hopefully they're still up to the standards that they were the last time I came. And hopefully it's some new spots I find while I'm out there.
Dude, that's super hype. Are you doing it as
Very
a
cool.
family trip? Typically, when you travel, are you guys going together? Is it you and your wife? How do you set them up?
9 times out of 10, if I'm traveling, everybody's going. It's vacation / content. And I'm gonna say / content because when we're on vacation, they really not trying to let me get content, but I'm gonna get some type of content because we gotta try. And because you're always just one video away from being at your next level, getting to your next level. So you never know what that video is gonna be. So you can think people who changed their life on one video, if you ask them, did they know this was going to be the video that changed their life? They're going to probably tell you, no, I just posted it. Every video that I thought would be life changing for me wasn't. It wasn't nothing. Every video that I just posted on the whim went crazy. Like look up and like, man, it's at like 3 million views. That's crazy. Yeah, you never know how it's going to work. That's why I tell people, post as much as you can. You just really never know what video could change your life. And when it changes your life, it changes your life. So me, I just like, all right, let's just post. Let's keep posting until it happens. You just never know. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen 3 years from now. But who cares? If you don't continuously post, you won't ever know when it's going to happen.
Yep. My theory of what I tell everybody when they're trying to get started on social media is I tell them the same thing. I say post every day. If you can do it, like post every day, because it's at that point almost a numbers game. It's almost impossible for you not to go viral at some point with something. If you do 365 videos in a year, there's something that's going to hit it. It's a lot of work. You know, it is a lot of work, but it's just a thing.
It's the sales game with me working every day and selling internet, cell phones and all that. Guess what? The more people I talk to, the better chance I got to make a sale. If I talk to 20 people a day, I know I'm going to sell something. If I only talk to 2 people a day, I might not sell nothing. So the more you do it, the better your chances are to succeed. That's in anything.
Yeah, my story was similar. When I really started Snack with Zach, for 2 years in a row, I've been making music since I was like really young. And I made a goal. This is probably 2021, 2022. I'd made a goal to do music content every day. And 2 weeks into the new year, every year, I just gave up on it because it was super hard. And then when I moved back to Massachusetts out of New York, I was just kind of bored. And I was doing these food reviews, just the new stuff that I thought was cool. Same thing happened to me that happened to you, except somebody reached out and was like, we want to send you this product. And I was like, people are willing to send me free stuff. And I've got like 100 followers. Okay. I was like, cool. So that was in December of 2022. 2023 rolled around and I made the same goal for the 3rd year in a row. I was like, okay, what if I make a video every single day and I'm going to stick to it? I was like, this time I'm sticking to it. And then 2 or 3 months in, that's when I came up with the idea for the release roundup, did the first roundup, first video of mine that went viral. And obviously that was, a couple of years ago, I had a couple hundred followers and now it is where it is because it was just this one random idea I had, like you were saying, that went to all these crazy places I never thought it would. So that only happens when you're doing stuff consistently.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. We got to collab one day, man. I eat snacks all day long, too.
This takes us, let's go to the Atlanta thing. Matt, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I mean, we have to talk about Atlanta. I'm kind of curious. Whereabouts in Atlanta are you based?
I'm really like in between everything, like Clayton County area. But like for us, all
right, we grew up
in Atlanta. We I don't know how many we do snacks, but the real snack in Atlanta is chicken wings. So it ain't even a snack; it's a food. But we love chicken wings out here, man.
Do you have like a number one spot?
Everybody has a favorite wing spot. I don't. I have favorite spots for particular wings. Like I love American Deli's honey hot wing. That's really good. Love their sauce. Then I got another spot called like Wings on Wheat. They have a honey lemon pepper ranch wing that's super good. And they got a braised lemon pepper wing that's super good. Then I have another spot, Boba Ma. They have a wing that's a honey garlic pepper wing. Then my people at Strikeout Wing, they got something called a sassy wing. So I got different options. So if I'm feeling like I want a particular 2 different wings, I got to go to 2 different spots.
That's amazing. I love that answer so much. And it just speaks to your credibility too, because it's like, oh no, I don't have like one, like I'm going to give you a whole list. That's great. That's awesome.
I want to take us back to the Atlanta thing because I wanted to ask you this question for like multiple weeks because this place was a childhood spot that we would go to on field trips when we were at school. And having been out of Atlanta for, let's see, we left in 2007. It's 2025. Jeez, 18 years we haven't lived in Atlanta. So
it's a hot dog spot.
Maybe. So it's the Varsity.
Yeah, the Varsity. I knew you was going to say that.
What is your take on the Varsity? Is it still iconic? Was it ever iconic? Or is it childhood me being obsessed with fast food and shakes that I glorified it in my brain?
I don't know. I'm going to tell you, the most Atlanta people don't go to the Varsity. It's mostly like people who come in town. Yeah, it's mostly tourists. Because I'm going to tell you, like, back then, it wasn't like a bunch. When Varsity was really popping, there wasn't no competition for like hot dogs and chili dogs. But now you got people who making hot dogs, man. They're toasting the bun. It got a butter on it. It got every style of hot dog you could ever imagine. Man, I had a hot dog at the Braves Stadium, man. These folks it's like one of the only hot dog spots inside the Atlanta Braves Stadium or whatever. But
at a baseball stadium?
Yes, listen.
That's crazy.
This spot inside of the Braves Stadium, it might be called Peppers or something, but they have some of the craziest hot dogs you could ever think of. It's on my page, but they had a hot dog that I knew wasn't going to be good. They said they might have had blue cheese or goat cheese. It was one of the cheeses. Then they had these cucumbers. But man, when I tell you, it was immaculate. This is why a place like the Varsity can't match with like what the hot dogs are going on now, unless they do like if I was the Varsity, y'all been around so long, I would tweak it. I would bring somebody in who's doing gourmet hot dogs and I would tweak it and come back with a hot dog that ain't nobody else doing to get the hype. Because really, you could go from not selling to going crazy if you get a viral video on Instagram or Facebook. It don't matter which platform. If it goes viral, you're going to get, people are finna come. So if I was the Varsity, I would find somebody to make a hot dog. It wouldn't be your regular hot dog. It'd be something different. I would make 3 or 4 different hot dogs and just go crazy because that spot inside of the Braves Stadium I'm telling you about, they got something going on. You got to get them folks a try.
I have to ask, how much do they charge per hot dog?
I don't know what they charge outside of, because I haven't been to them outside of the Braves Stadium. So I'm assuming they were probably about $14 to $16 if you're in the stadium. They're definitely worth it if you're inside that stadium and you got to eat. Yeah, their hot dog is definitely worth that there. But I don't know what it is outside.
On a really good hot dog, I think at this point I would. There is a place that I talk about a lot. I don't know if you've ever made your way up to Massachusetts, but in Salem, which is my spirit town, there's a bar lounge called All Souls, and they specialize in 2 things. They do grilled cheese and they do hot dogs, and their hot dogs are like very, very done up. Not anything crazy fancy, but they've got like the Chicago dog, they've got an elote dog, Tokyo dogs, Icelandic dog, Seattle dog, regular ones with ketchup and mustard if you want it. And the dogs are like, they're like $10, something like that, and they're fantastic. I took Matt there when we were there for Christmas.
So y'all got to try Peppers.
I will try Peppers. So here's what we need to do is Matt and I have wanted to go back to Sandy Springs where we grew up for a while now to see it because like it's been almost 20 years. So I say the 3 of us, next time we're in Atlanta, is we go to Peppers together.
Yeah, we got to go to Peppers.
And Matt.
And y'all got to go to NFA Burger then.
NFA Burger?
Yeah, they're like smash burgers. They're probably the best smash burger in Georgia. Like I know for sure like the last 3 years or 4 years, they've been winning awards, but that's where y'all from. So if that's where y'all stay, we need to go there and sit down and have a smash burger, and then we go have hot dogs. That'll be dope. But they have a good hot dog too.
That is my
But we will go to Peppers because Peppers have a unique hot dog.
Did you ever go to Mike's Chicago Dogs in that area? We grew up
there. We go. I was wondering when you were going to mention Mike's.
Nah, I haven't. I'm gonna have to look them up.
Again, keep in mind, our perspective is several decades old, but and it's funny because I did not like them as, not Mike specifically, but I didn't like Chicago dogs as a kid. My palate was never that evolved because I wasn't like an onion mustard fan at the time, but obviously I grew up, and it is my perspective that Chicago dogs are one of the best flavor combinations of any food item to exist. Hi, my brother's looking surprised and shocked. Don't tell me Mike's closed.
Mike's closed.
Dude.
That might have been why I ain't
Mike's
heard
is
of it.
gone.
When did it close?
Tragic.
Yeah,
when did they close?
When did
Maybe
they close?
2020?
I could have sworn I think I sent our family like a text about Mike's 6 months ago, and they were still open. Did they move? Is it like a Slope situation where they moved?
Their website's closed too.
Oh my god. We waited too long to go back.
Man, I hate that for y'all.
It's terrible. It really is a terrible.
Well, that's a bummer.
Moment. Well, at least we have Peppers and FA Burger to look forward to.
It's so much competition. That's what I'm saying. Like right now, it's so much competition food-wise because people are dropping restaurants back everywhere. So it's like if you're not doing something over the top, you better be really good at it. I got a question for you then. Now, if I'm going to ask you it, I got to ask you the right way. So let me see. What is your favorite pizza?
It's complicated because I've always liked Joe's. Joe's by the Slice is going to be one that a lot of folks are going to say it's a tourist thing. But my dad and I, when I was younger, my parents and I would go into the cities, New York City on Black Friday around, after Thanksgiving because my mom's parents are from Jersey. So we used to always make that a thing. And my dad just always took us to Joe's to stop there. So I have a nostalgic connection to Joe's, even if Joe's isn't the best pizza. The pizza that I enjoy the most in New York kind of overall is John's the full pie. Have you been to John's on Bleecker?
I haven't. I've had Joe's though. And I had cuts and slices.
Joe's, what do you think of Joe's?
Joe's was cool. It wasn't like the best pizza I've ever had, but for the price, for the slice, it was cool. It was definitely something I would eat again, and I felt like I got my money's worth. So it's definitely on my blog. It's definitely worth going to. It's nostalgic and it's good. I ain't gonna lie, it's not like cuts and slices. The people who got that oxtail on their pizza and stuff, it ain't like that, but it's good. I got somebody from New York that's down here. They told me when I come back to New York, man, they're gonna take me to all their favorite pizza spots out there. So I'm gonna do a real pizza review out there next time I go, where I just go to all their places that they're telling me about that they grew up on. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna do the same thing in California too, though, because I seen one pizza spot on the internet. I can't remember the name, but it started with a B, and they had like this pepperoni pizza. And I just got to go back through my Instagram, but I got to try it.
Matt, what's your take on LA pizza?
LA pizza is such a complicated. Depending on who you ask, people are going to get mad. People are going to say this and that and whatever.
But we've established that's the norm anyway on the internet. So
yeah, I have a couple of good pizza places in LA. There's a place called Cosa Buona that has like a really good pepperoni pizza, where when they like bake it, the pepperonis kind of curl up and the fat fills them, and so it's like these little like. Exactly.
I love that. I didn't even know that was a thing until like 5 years ago. Yeah. The comp pepperoni is incredible.
Cosa Buona's good. There's a place called DeSano's Pizza that has like brick fire like ovens out in the open. That's really, really good. There used to be this place called Doughbox that did Chicago deep dish, and I thought it was so good. It was so good. I'm trying to think of who else there is. There's Masa, which I think is known for deep dish as well, but I haven't had them. Oh, and then there's like, what is it? Pizzeria Mozza in Hollywood. That's really good. There's actually a bunch of good pizza places around now that I say it.
I can't imagine that there would be like objectively bad pizza overall in LA. But it's not the first thing I think of when I think of LA either. I think of barbecue and wings when I think of Atlanta. I think of Mexican food, like Cali Mex when I think of LA. Duh. And then
one of my favorite pizzas is in Atlanta. It's at Fritti, Fritti, and it's like a Neapolitan style pizza.
It's over there. It's over there off Highland Avenue.
Yeah, it's in like a garage or like a converted
it's right
garage.
Next to Beetle Cat. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, it's been a minute, but I like that place. And then there was a place in downtown Atlanta called Bararanda, which had like a big brick fire pizza oven inside, and that was good. That was like right downtown near.
We got
I think it was like near like Shakespeare
now.
and Company.
We got a spot out
What's
here
the pizza
called
list?
Thailand and Pizza Gene. They're good. Then they got Glide Pizza. They're good. We have a spot, Edgewood Pizza. And then we used to have this spot. I don't know why it shut down. I don't know if they were in the wrong area, but it was a spot called Triple J's. And they had turkey and beef pepperonis. Man. And they sauce was so good. It was like they had like this little sweet sauce. Man, when I tell you, we got a couple pizza spots out here now that's like good, like where you can come from another state and be like, okay, these are good. They might, if they're from New York, they're gonna it's all right, but it ain't New York. Man, we didn't ask you about New York. Just do you like the pizza or not?
Exactly. Too proud.
Yeah, New York. I mean, New York's also the same thing with bagels too. Like you're gonna go to New York, and the bagels you'll have in New York are, I mean, New York and New Jersey will have the best bagels you'll have at any point.
Oh, Montreal is so pissed at you for saying that because Montreal has their bagel.
I'm sure Montreal does. I mean, you guys got them when we were in Canada, but I don't think I had one that was fresh. So my opinion of Montreal bagels is really non-existent. I really don't like to be an elitist when it comes to food, but I mean, the New York bagels are simply peak. You know, it's like saying that there's good barbecue in Massachusetts. Unfortunately, there's not. That's one of the worst parts about being up here is the stuff we grew up with, even around, you know, Sandy Springs and Fulton were like, I mean, Cobb, what did Cobb have? Barbecue One? There was Barbecue One, there was Slopes.
Barbecue One, Slopes, Swallow at the Hollow.
I was literally thinking Swallow. I think they closed, though.
Swallow at the Hollow closed. That was in Roswell.
Yeah.
But there was a Slopes Barbecue in Sandy Springs, and then Barbecue One was across the Chattahoochee in Cobb County.
Justin, you a barbecue guy?
Yeah, I'm a barbecue guy. I definitely love barbecue. I got a few spots that I go out here. They got a Sweet Auburn barbecue in McDonough, and they had like this, like it's like a huge dino rib or something. Like it's super big, it's so good. And then we have these guys, man, they're called Twin Cooks. They're actually twins, and they have some really, really good barbecue. They actually named back in the day how McDonald's had the McRib. They did. I told them, I said, hey man, y'all need to do a McRib sandwich, but it'll be the real one. Cause they put y'all, and they named it after me. So they have they named a meal after me called TheRealFoodStalker because I did a video. It had a hot dog in it. It had ribs, chicken. It had every piece of meat that you could have in it. Then it had some sides, and it's called TheRealFoodStalker meal. And it's like the best meal you can get. It's kind of cool having a plate named after you at a restaurant. And I got
that's always been a goal of mine for my life. Like I've always wanted a place to name. I'm surprised. So has Box Hill Crab done that? Because you kind of put them on the map like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, but they literally had the best crab cake I had ever had. People still telling me to try some other stuff out there in Maryland. But yeah, that video, that's one of them videos that went crazy that literally, let me tell you how crazy it is. We flew in there and we was driving to New York, but we stopped while we was going through Maryland and was like, let's try a crab cake. So we went to this spot. Man, it was Box Hill. And I told them, give me 2 of your crab cakes and put it on one sandwich. And they was like, dude, what? I was like, I want to buy 2 crab cakes and I want it on the sandwich. They did it. And man, when I tell you, so it's basically like a pound of crab cake. I eat it. We do it right then. We shoot the video, but we got to roll because we got to get to New York. So we just leave and I post the video while we're riding. By the time I get to New York, it's already viral because it's like a 3-hour ride or something. And then they reach out to me like a couple weeks later or something and like, hey, man, we're selling so many crab cakes right now. Like there's like, we only do like 500 to 1,000 pounds of crab cakes a week. I mean, of crab meat. They're like, we're doing 2,500 pounds a week now. And I don't know how long it kept going, but it kept going for a while. And they were just like, man, it was crazy. They was on the news. They did a clip of me eating the food on their local news. So that was out of this world. I didn't know that video was going to go viral. That was one of them things that was just like, oh, that's crazy. Because when we got there and I looked at the video, it was like at 500,000 views. I'm like, in 6 hours? What? That ain't never happened. And that was on TikTok.
Crap.
And it went crazy on Instagram too.
what they had told the Baltimore Sun a couple days later was, in 2 days after the video was posted, Box Hill sold 2,500 pounds of crab meat, went through 67 dozen rolls, and it was over 800 sandwiches. And they usually did before that 2,000 pounds, 40 dozen rolls in a week. So you basically like tripled how much they sold just on this video going viral. So I'm glad you got a menu item out of it, because yeah, that is crazy.
That's what I tell people, man. I tell people don't want to pay a food reviewer to come in, right? But I really feel like that's bigger marketing than, because people don't look at TV as much. So it's cheaper than a commercial, and it's getting seen all the time. Like, and it's marketing. Like, a lot of people, I guess people don't look at it the same way. But if I own a restaurant, I would try to get reviewers into my restaurant like every 2 weeks or once a month. I would put the money, the marketing dollars into that. Somebody that people trust, and just hope that they like my food. And that's just how I would rock. But yeah, that was a blessing for them though, because they said they had never seen money like that in the 20 or 25 years they've been open.
That's awesome.
Yeah, quarter of a century, and you completely changed the game for them.
It reminds me of Keith Lee, and they have the Keith Lee effect, and now we have the Real Food Stalker effect, and it's
the Justin Brown
you get
effect.
to see those waves just kind of going out and helping everybody.
Yeah, and that's the fun part of helping. That really is big, and I love what he's doing, Keith Lee. I love that he doesn't charge and he just does it. I love that, like the way that he does it. But I'm definitely, I do some free, I do some charge. Because guess what? Bills got to get paid too.
The last part of this too, obviously, is we're here to inspire people about getting out in the world and creating content too. What final advice would you have for folks looking to get started in the world of food on social media?
I would go crazy like I did the first time. You're going to spend a lot of money if you're going to do food reviews, unless you're lucky and somebody just want to give you free food before you get a following. But I would do 20 to 25 videos before I post. And then I would post every day. Instead of doing one video and then waiting 5 days because you're waiting on a check or you're waiting on whatever to go somewhere else and eat, I would just stack my videos up. And then I would come out when I got like 25 to 30 videos. So it would be like you ate out every day and you would have content every day. Just drop one video a day for like, I would do it, I'm saying 20 to 25 days to give you time to make more videos. But if I really did it, I would probably get me 50 videos together before I started mine, so I could have 2 months of videos. And by the time 2 months of videos go through, by then you should have had at least made 20 more videos. And it'll be like you haven't stopped. And I believe in 90 days, just like how people used to have the 90-day period for your job. I believe if you can do 90 days straight, I believe that you should be somewhere within where you want to be at if you can do 90 straight.
See, this is why I'm jealous of people that aren't in a news niche, because I so desperately wish I could bulk film stuff and not have to record stuff every single day. But that's fantastic advice. A lot of folks will struggle with coming up with ideas for content, but if you have enough that you can just get it done, the amount of time you spend doing the actual content becomes a lot less. It sounds like a much better work-life balance than what I have. So yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a muscle. You have to work it out.
It is a muscle, and you have to work it out. And Justin, so folks can find you on social media, plug your handles, what platforms are you on, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me on every platform from TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, The Real Food Stalker. And then you're going to see me and you getting ready to do some content with those snacks, man. Even if we got to do it like this, man, where we got to pick a snack and we both order it and we do a split screen and we go snack for snack.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. You guys know where to find Justin at The Real Food Stalker, all the platforms he mentioned. Thank you guys very much. We will catch you in the next one.